Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I'm back. Sorry, I took a couple of days off. A lot of traveling, a lot of sort of things going on in the UK. We're supposed to be getting back to some sort of normality, if you can, who knows what normality is at the moment. But we are supposed to be getting back to work, or we're supposed to be getting back. The businesses are opening up, etc., etc. So we've been busy kind of sorting things out. But I am back, and what we are going to do today is we are going to touch on Ethereum. I'm going to be giving you an update. A lot of people disappointed about this sell-off they are seeing. You know, they were expecting bigger things for Ethereum, but I'm here to tell you guys that Ethereum is following, what we've laid out for it very, very clearly, and we're going to go over that in this video. In my opinion, we still have a lot to come to Ethereum. We reckon Ethereum is going to hit around about $4,000 by perhaps the end of May. We think, yes, that could indeed happen. It could happen sooner than that. We're going to get into why that is in this video. I'm going to be kind of, we're going to be getting everybody back up to speed on the crypto space, because it's usually the days that you take off where the entire space absolutely pops off, and that kind of happened. I missed out on the kind of XRP. I didn't get to talk on XRP. XRP, we're not going to cover it in this video, but it's done exceptionally well. XRP is like that family member that you don't get on with. There's nothing you can do because they're family. It's part of the crypto space. I hold XRP. XRP was, back in the day when I originally got into crypto, one of the coins that I invested most heavily in. That hasn't really paid off up until recently. So it's done well, but we'll see what happens with it. But in this video, we're going to focus on Ethereum. We're going to be going on some extremely bullish news. I'm going to be hinting on something. I pulled this article up. I'm always surfing through articles. I knew I was going to make an Ethereum video, so I looked for a kind of article to kind of confirm what I'm saying, concrete what I'm saying. And actually, the editor's pick. So a little side note here, a little side segment of this article. It says Saudi firm will cut dividends to fund $1.3 trillion investment. $1.3 trillion, guys. The whole crypto space today is currently set at $1.8 trillion, and people actually believe that crypto is overvalued and overhyped. It is so undervalued. It's obvious. If you are in this space, you need to know where we're going, and we're going to the multi trillions. This year, I reckon we'll get from anywhere to $8 to $11 trillion in terms of market cap. A long way to go. Nearly a 6x or 5 to 6x in terms of where we are in regards to market cap today. A lot to come. Ethereum's extremely undervalued. So I thought that was interesting. This article is essentially talking about Mark Cuban and how he sees it. Their interest to it has gone up massively. He sees it as a true currency. He thinks it's very close to a true currency. A lot of bullish things coming out. All the main sort of Wall Street, all the bankers, all the hedge funds are now coming out, and they're all coming together and kind of, worshipping blockchain in a way. And this was inevitably going to happen because it's the new thing. They're going to try and monetize it, etc., etc. We still have all that to come. So a lot of people out there, like I say, getting very disappointed with this Ethereum sell-off. It's just you're going to have them along the way, guys. But we are still, in my opinion, essentially what we have set out for Ethereum is that it's going to follow Bitcoin in the sense that it will do similar things. It will follow the same pattern Bitcoin did when it was approaching its all-time highs, when it reached its all-time highs. What I'll do now is I'll quickly overlay the Bitcoin and Ethereum chart for you so that you can see kind of where we're at. But I'll explain what we have set out for Ethereum. We think Ethereum is going to act in the same way that Bitcoin did. And essentially, it has done that to date. That's how we predicted its all-time highs, how we were going to go through it and then sell off. And the reason we were able to predict that is because essentially, we look at what Bitcoin has done and we can apply that to Ethereum because it's following it so closely in multiple ways. The entire market, in many respects, other than those coins that you've kind of see come onto the block, if you look at the entire crypto market and you look at coins that were here in 2017, you'll see that they have a similar structure because you saw that big massive pump in 2017 and then you saw the dump and you see the kind of bear market take place. They all have the same scars. So Ethereum, we've said Ethereum's going to do the same thing. So what did Bitcoin do? Well, essentially Bitcoin, capitulated around its all-time highs, went significantly above it and then capitulated. We said we'd see a similar thing play out for Ethereum, and we have indeed seen that. Now, the fact that this is volatile, it's of course in a more volatile manner. That is even more of a confirming factor for me because essentially altcoins are going to be more volatile. They have significantly less money in terms of market cap in them, so they are going to be, more easily made volatile. And essentially what you are now going to see, we aren't at this sort of leg here, our all-time highs, because we've sold through them. I actually think we're more here in regards to Bitcoin. And essentially that took us from around about 22, 23,000 all the way to around about $41,000, guys. So we nearly doubled. We reckon the same thing's going to happen for Ethereum in a short period of time. I think April and May are certainly going to be those months where we could indeed hit something like 4,000. We may not get there. This is all relatively speculative, but we have data behind it, and this is just really my opinion. It's been right so far. We also predicted Cardano and how it performed, and we did that all because we can link the dots where we see structure and we see things performing in a similar manner to one another, and say, hey, if they've performed in correlation so far, there's nothing to suggest until we get data to every kind of model is right until it's wrong. So until I get data to suggest that we're not going to follow that, that is really going to be my view on it. And we're seeing this absolutely be true. We're doing essentially the same thing. We touched on this article. You've got big things coming, and we've predicted so far that April and May are going to be good months. And how we did that, guys, was because we took a look. We follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, and we're following 2017 and how 2017 played out exceptionally similar. These are all the sort of pullbacks of 2017 highlighted. But if we go back to April and May, this period here between the kind of two green squares, you can see the market was doing well. You can actually see back here in March, we had a sell-off in the market. We had a similar thing. This sort of bull market, this 2017 last year of the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. So we think we've got a lot to come, and we certainly think Ethereum's going to do very well out of this. We think a large number of altcoins are going to do well. There's just a lot going on right now in the crypto space. And like I say, there's no need to be disappointed for Ethereum because it's ultimately just taking, a break. It has to the longer we capitulate and kind of bounce around, the more fuel we'll have to sort of take us into, price discovery. So the further we'll go in terms of price discovery, you've got to look at it as kind of like an F1 driver, perhaps taking a pit stop so we can fuel up and cover more distance on the track. These things aren't just going to go up in a straight line. It's not going to be easy. The last thing I'm going to do to kind of show you and cement the fact that Ethereum, is following Bitcoin, is I'm going to overlay the Bitcoin chart. Of course, you can see that the Bitcoin chart is in orange. And you can see the Ethereum chart obviously is the candles, so we'll take that off. So you can see how similar we're following the kind of sentiment of Bitcoin in Ethereum. We know Ethereum lags behind Bitcoin. If we look at the all-time highs for Bitcoin, I think they're around about the 17th of December. Ethereum didn't peak out till January I can't remember, 17th, 18th, 12th, somewhere in the tens. Yes, around about January 12th, we topped out for Ethereum. So that would suggest that we lag behind Bitcoin. And this is still true to this day, guys. You can see that these structures are pretty much identical. Yes, they're slightly different because they are, of course, different projects. They have different news that affects it, different kind of technical problems or whatever the issue may be that are, of course, going to affect the price. But you can see they follow each other very, very well. And Ethereum essentially is just still following Bitcoin and still has this big leg to come. And of course, you are going to see Bitcoin increase in price as well. I think this may be the triggering factor. You may see Bitcoin do exceptionally well and, altcoins get sort of brought up with it. I think altcoins largely are going to start to outperform Bitcoin in terms of ROI, return on investment, just because Bitcoin's at such a high price now with such a high market cap. For it to double, you need another $1 trillion to come in, which is, over half of the entire market. You are going to see trillions come in. We have a long way to go, guys. You should be very, very excited. You should be very blessed to be in this space. And there's an inevitability with this technology, and that is, the disruptiveness of it, in a similar way to how the internet was disruptive. Nobody back then knew how the internet was really going to change the world. People had a rough idea, but nobody knew, the ramifications of the internet back when it first came out. In a similar way, I don't even think Satoshi really understood, what he was creating and what it's now led to. You are seeing blockchain technology essentially take over not only the financial world, but implement itself into social systems, government systems, etc., etc. It's There's a lot going on, guys. And that's what this video was. It was just really sort of touch base with you guys. Like I say, I haven't made a video in a couple of days. Extremely busy, you know, traveling, etc., etc., getting things back to normal or whatever normal is. And you know, very, very busy. So that is really all this video was about. It's about giving you an update. No need to be upset about, you know, this isn't the end. Even if we sell off, you know, another 10% in Ethereum or 20%. We'll see that tenfold eventually on the upside. So that's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. If you have appreciated this content, a like is absolutely appreciated. A comment as well. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think on the crypto space? What did you think about this video? You know, feedback is crucial, even if it's negative. I want to hear it all the same. And yeah, a like would be definitely appreciated. And get subscribed, guys, because this is one of the fastest and realest YouTube channels out there. Where we bring you updates on a regular basis, most of the time daily, unless I decide to kind of take a couple of days off because I've got other things going on. But that is all I really have for you in this video, guys. So I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you have enjoyed the content. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Of course, Ethereum doesn't have to get to that $4,000. I just think it will, you know, and I've got that bet. I'm riding on a far higher price than $4,000 Ethereum. But you know, for a short kind of time frame, that's where we're at. That's what we think a target is, $4,000, and we're going to stick to that. We think it's following what we've set out for it already. We're following that. It's following Bitcoin's roadmap essentially, and I think it's going to continue to do so. So that's it, guys. I'm going to love and leave you, and I will see you tomorrow. We have lots of videos coming out. We're doing individual videos on individual projects where we're kind of highlighting projects. So we've got one coming out on Elron, very interesting project. You know, we're going to cover a whole variety of things over the weekend and really fire those videos out and make up for lost time. So I'll love and leave you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.